Lexi. I'm your nurse today. I actually have some discharge instructions for y'all. Can you tell me your name and date of birth, please?
JD March 1st, 1979.
Okay, awesome. So, just a couple new things. Since you came into the ER with a really high blood pressure, it was 188/120, which is extremely high. We're gonna go ahead and send you home with 2 new meds for that, Lopressor and Zestril. So the Lopressor is 50 milligrams a day by mouth. So it's an antihypertensive. It'll help lower that blood pressure, get it into normal ranges. Before you give it, you want to take your pulse, make sure it's not below 60, because if it is, then you don't want to take it because it can drop the heart rate a little further, and we definitely don't want that. And you also want to check your blood pressure too, because if it's too low, then you don't want to give it, because then it can make it drop even further, and we don't want that either. So the only thing that I can tell you is that if you are experiencing like the low heart rate, you feel like you're not breathing as adequately, if you're dizzy, confused, if you have any unusual bleeding, definitely notify your primary care. And if you stop this abruptly, like, it can cause dysrhythmias, which is not a good thing. We don't want to be back in the hospital, that's for sure. And then the Zestril is 10 milligrams daily as well by mouth. It is also antihypertensive. But with this one, you would definitely want to change your position slowly, just because it can cause orthostatic hypotension. And that's when, when you go from laying to sitting to standing, it can cause a big drop. So you just want to watch for hypotension, the dizziness, the headache. You want to notify your primary care if you develop a rash, any sore throat, if you have dry cough. So the other thing with this med is I'm going to show you how to take his blood pressure, if you're going to do it or if he's going to do it. And then also how to take his pulse.
Okay.
And then the last med that we're going to send you home on is metformin, 500 milligrams PO daily. That's just because when you also came in, your blood pressure was, your sugar was really high. It was about 600, which is not good. So this is anti-diabetic for type 2 diabetes, because we did diagnose him with type 2. This will keep that blood glucose in a good range to keep it from being hypoglycemic or hyperglycemic, just to prevent the severity of the ranges. If you have diarrhea with this med, I would definitely let your primary care know, because whatever goes in has to come out, and then you're not getting your anti-diabetic, and then it can make the sugar rise. You want to take it at the same time every day. You want to make sure you followed a good diet, exercise, because that will definitely help keep your sugar low. And yeah, that's all I have for you. Here's some papers that I printed out on those medications, so if you want to go over them, you can reread them if you're confused on anything, and if anything, call your primary. They can give you some more answers if you have any questions.
That sounds good, thank you.
So I'm just going to show you how to take his blood pressure and his pulse.
Okay.
So you need to take the blood pressure cuff. This is if you do it manually. You can get the ones at Walmart that have like the automatic.
Okay.
You're going to put this line right against his brachial artery, which is right here in the bend of his arm.
Okay.
And then you're going to wrap it around. You want to make sure that there's no like thick sleeves or anything in the way, because it can cause it a false reading.
Okay.
So once that's on, then you're going to take a stethoscope, which you can buy these from Walmart, I'm pretty sure, or any online, if anything. And then you're going to stick it right there on that artery. And you're going to push down a little bit just so you can hear it. And then you can stick this on top of, or you can lay it beside, whatever's easier for you. And then you want to make sure it's turned all the way to the right, because that's going to be tight. And then you're going to pump it up to about 180. And then once it gets up to 180, you want to slowly release it. And then the first beat you hear is going to be your systolic, which is your top number. And then the last one you hear is going to be your diastolic, which is that bottom number. And then I'll let you try it out.
always make sure that's lined up, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then this goes right under it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Turn this to the right to tight. Bump up to 180. The first beat I hear is my top.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear it anymore. It's my bottom.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got it.
And then while you're here, I'll take that from you. I'll just go ahead and show you how to take his pulse.
Okay.
So you're gonna go right down below the thumb here,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're gonna feel this artery, and then you're gonna feel it. You're gonna push a little pressure on it, and then you'll feel it pump underneath your fingers. And then you want to count that for a whole minute, and that'll
Okay.
give you his pulse.
Okay. Yeah, I feel it.
Okay.
Okay.
All
And
right.
just count it for a minute.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. You're welcome. And then if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ring. I'm here all night, so.
Alright.
And we'll get those papers ready for you to sign and get you home.
Alright, thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.